a unique petroglyphic complex with particular significance in the study of ancient spiritual cultures in Eurasia. My name is Natasha, and today we're in the Kamyana Mogila.
Of course, straight away I'm being warned to not go inside because danger.
Is that 63 caves and grottos have been archaeologically discovered. If this does have proto-Sumerian documented within the caves, within these grottos, could this be the oldest known archaeological site in the world? So as I walk through Kamyana Mogila, the first thing that everyone sees is that it's so random. In the middle of a forest, we have sand and large blocks of weathered sandstone, comprised of 12 meters in height and 2.5 hectares in area. This mound is made up of individual thematic sandstone clods or blocks. And as time continues to move on through the millenniums, we get this. What's so interesting about this site in particular is that 63 caves and grottos have been archaeologically discovered. I can't help but want to explore the caves and grottos, even though it is summer, so you have to be careful of snakes, for starters. I'm gonna have a look over here.
So of course, straight away I'm being warned to not go inside because danger.
So it's really fascinating to see this. These sandstone blocks are huge. You can see at least one block that's probably, 50 meters in length and maybe 40 meters wide. There's not much gap between the sand and this part of the sandstone. I'm seeing so much etching, but actually, what's that?
This is when you get the specialists. You need specialists here because we do know that there's a small group of archaeologists who have spent a lifetime trying to decode all the rock art and the petroglyphs.
On the grotto's stone walls, there are over 1,000 petroglyphs with symbolic anthropomorphic and zoomorphic images. The oldest of them, a mammoth, without any doubt could be referred to the late Stone Age. There's something so magical about this site that I can't even put into words. As you walk through the sandstone blocks, you start to imagine and create the ideas of those who lived here before. What were going through their minds as they saw this hill, if you like, in the middle of nowhere. We see the historical records that really from the 1800s, 1774, is the first documented time Kamyana Mohyla is mentioned, but the first true discovery of the site is in the late 1800s when archaeologists finally tackle this monumental site. They found petroglyphs etched into the caves and grottos of the site. These sandstone blocks, they found human activity. 22,000 BC is the first documented artifacts that they could find. They have several phases of human activity in this one site, from Neolithic pottery to Scythians, the nomadic Siberian tribe. Jump forward again, we get the Turks, and then again we get Christian crusaders travelling through the land. And we see them leaving their own mark on this site. They do graffiti. If we look closer, we start to see these markings. And we even see this, an A with a line across. These are all examples of those, during the medieval time most likely, coming to the site and leaving their mark. It's just amazing to see from this point of view. This is a tiny little tip, but it's holding itself up. Look at the shape of these stones. Look at it. It looks like it's been made like that on purpose. This adds to the mystery of Kamyana Mogila. It's so interesting to see that just as you're walking along, you're constantly getting, in the corner of your eye, you start to see things from a different perspective. It's truly it's a beautiful sight. I'm starting to see a lot of similar symbols, including crosses. I've got the French cross right here. Kamyana Mogila has plenty of cult ritual practices. In its ceremonial, historical epochs and rock arts and petroglyphs, even if we look at how mountains were worshipped in ancient civilizations, we have the known mountain cults, which could be interpreted as, for example, the ancient Greek Olympus. In contrast, if we look at ancient Kiev, we could see that they were worshipping Perun, Horus, and Makosh. So if we see these mountain cult-like civilizations, we start to understand how this tradition with those mountains, hills, kurgans, with the pyramids, how they attracted people to a centre. And that's where we start to understand Kamyana Mogila. There are many theories to this site, to this monument. Some would say it's a stargazing port. Others would say that it is the altar of humankind, the birthplace of the Aryan race. Now, these are all speculative because we cannot prove it. From an archaeological point of view, we look at the facts, we look at scientific analysis. What is fundamentally unique about this site is the petroglyphs, the proto-Sumerian writing. There is still an array of mystery around this Triolithic site. Could it be the oldest megalithic temple? Could there be more petroglyphs hidden in the caves and grottos? But until then, this site in South Ukraine will stay a mystery.